So I had him in a temporary tank, and the temporary tank is kind of small and it doesn't have a heat lamp on it because I was cleaning his big tank, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to be setting up a tank for a ball python. So sometimes if you have one kind of snake, the tank should be different than another type of snake. Some snakes like to climb in trees, and some snakes like to just be on the ground. And then we're gonna go upstairs and put a cage together. Now remember, this video is for basic snake keeping, the basics. We're gonna be using a fish tank that we have because we only have 2 terrariums. We haven't got a third one yet for him. And the other 2, the bearded dragon needs room to move around, and the corn snake likes to move around, but he doesn't, so that's why I'm doing him last. So these things that we're gonna put in there are also very basic. You don't have to go spend crazy amount of money on toys and weird looking houses for him. It's a snake. He doesn't know if the thing that you put in his cage looks like a beautiful castle or if it just looks like a rock that he can crawl in. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the brain capacity to know. So when you're buying things, or if you can get things for free, just get the essentials, you know? Something for him to crawl on, something for him to sunbask on. You can make your own stuff. When I first got him and I didn't have anything, I had a small little cardboard box that I cut holes in, and we used that as a hiding place for him to sleep in for a while, and then he would crawl on top of it and get the sun, so he could be closer to the heat to get the sun basking, you know? So let me see if I can pull him out before we start to build the cage, and then you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see, we have the fish tank all set up on the nice stand that we made out of wood. And if you want to see a video on how to make a quick stand out of scrap wood and scrap nails, we have that also on the channel. But you see we have 2 terrariums now. So this one came with the bearded dragon. There he is. And this one I got for free on Kreationz, and for someone that was moving, so I went and picked it up. And now we have our little corn snake in there. You can see him past the glare. In there. There he is, Mr. Corn Snake. But we don't have another one, so we're gonna have to use this fish tank. So the very first thing I do is I clean it out very good. I use a bacterial, like some bleach, and I make sure that everything is cleaned out. Especially if you get it secondhand, you want to make sure that there's nothing. Even if you don't see any dirt in the tank, you still want to get in all the little edges and corners and all the way around and underneath this little plastic. Even though the snake can't get up there, you want to get all of that just so there's no mites and there's nothing in the tank. Now, I let the tank sit after I cleaned it for about 10 days, and then I went back and cleaned it again just in case there's something in a little crevice that I couldn't get to. Then I'm going to wipe everything down with water 2 times to make sure that there's no residual soap on it. And then after I do that, I take a piece of perforated cardboard. So it's got to have the holes in it like this. It can't be flat. And what that's going to do is that's going to soak up any little poopies and any water that comes out. It'll help it to dry. If it lays flat on the glass or flat on cardboard, a flat piece of cardboard, it won't dry. And then your snake is moving around and he might get into it. So we're going to put that down first. And then if you want to put a piece of felt or something on top of that, that's great. Because the felt is so small that, you know, sometimes when my bearded dragon goes to the bathroom, there's still a little wet spot. So then I started doing this, and it worked out great. It dried the poopies out very quickly, and, you know, I can't get to it like every single second. I don't have a little alarm for when they go to the bathroom, so I have to check it every morning. Now that we have this in here, I don't have a felt or anything for him. I used to put fish tank rocks in the tank, but we're not doing that anymore because it hurts his scales. So I just leave the little cardboard on there. And then what's going to happen is he'll go to the bathroom. So there's Pretzel. Let's see, I'm gonna show you what happens in Pretzel's tank. So here's Pretzel, and you see Pretzel went to the bathroom over there. So he went right over here, he went to the bathroom, and it's all dried out, you know, and he went a pretty big spot, and then he did again over there on the side where you can see it's still a little wet. And then what I'll do is, now that he's went to the bathroom over there a couple of times, usually I'll just grab it out. But he's went to the bathroom, I fed it, he didn't have any mice for like 3 weeks, and then I fed him 3 all of a sudden. And he passed them really quickly, so it came out wet. Usually his poop is solid, it looks, hey Pretzel. Usually it comes out like a little cat turd, and I usually just pick it up and throw it out. And then you can use the cardboard for a couple of times. But when they go and it's wet like this, you know, I didn't see it till the next day. And then he went again, so now I have to change it. And it's easy to get cardboard. Like, we get a lot of stuff from our motorcycle and car business, and we get a lot of cardboard. So I can just hurry up and grab these things out, take them out, change the cardboard, cut a new piece of cardboard and put it in there. I have the measurements already, and then he's ready to go with a fresh little bottom. If you have rocks and sand and other stuff in there, you got to scoop the sand out, you got to replace the sand. It's just crazy. I don't want to do that. It doesn't hurt them at all, and I've had him for, I think, going on 7 years now, right? Let's get a little look. Hi, Pretzel. All right, so back to Jake. So now that we have it in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some of his toys in there, and make sure to put a water dish in there as well, because all snakes need to drink water. Now let's go and grab a couple of things for him and start putting him in there and show you kind of what like ball pythons like. So ball pythons are a little different than corn snake, where a corn snake likes to climb up and down on stuff, and ball pythons just really want to hide. A lot of people keep them in a shoebox. That's disgusting. Don't ever do that. Get a free fish tank off of Craigslist. This is a 20-gallon. Even if you have a 10-gallon and it's smaller, I'd rather you put your snake in a 10-gallon than put it in some kind of little plastic thing and then you slide it in to the shelf. I hate when those people do that. That's snake abuse. You wouldn't want to live in a closet, so don't make your snake do that as well. Okay, so these are some of the things and toys that I got ready for the ball python that we've collected over the years, and you know, sometimes we get for free or somebody gives them to us. So we have a fake little like vine, and this just lays on the ground, and since he's a ground snake, it's okay. And you see I have a couple of wood pieces, but they're mostly stay on the ground as well. And then I have this little cool little thing that used to go to my buddy's fish tank, but he didn't want it anymore because it had a crack in it right here. But I don't care about that either. So the snake likes to crawl in between that stuff. And when you put a mouse in there and the mouse is running around this stuff, it's like a little game for the snake to chase it instead of just being in an open container. So we are going to now grab this stuff and place it in there, and I'm going to show you the different places and different things that we do. So here's something I wanted to show you. So instead of just laying stuff on the ground, I try to put it together like a Tetris set. So the way this is like an L, and this is kind of open, but it's large for him to crawl in, I'm going to put this in front of it, and then it goes in an L like this around, so it kind of closes off some of that front area, and this will be pushed up against the wall, so he won't see anything in the back, and then this kind of closes off and makes like a little box for him to stay in. So before, it's just open, and ball pythons like to be in enclosed areas, but that doesn't mean a shoebox. Don't do that. So we're gonna put that there, this here. We're gonna just put this one right here for now, because he has a big thing that he likes to sleep in. It looks like a dinosaur bone. So we're gonna go get him right now. He's in his temporary cage in his dinosaur bone, and I'm gonna bring him in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the bone in first, and then we're gonna go ahead and put Jake down in here and see how he likes his new home. Okay, so now I got his little house here. It looks like a little backbone from a dinosaur. He loves this thing. And you see he's got a huge hole in the front so he can get in and out. And then I put his water bowl very close to where he sleeps so that he doesn't get stressed to have to go to the other side or whatever. He can just stick his little head out in there, grab some water, whatever he wants, and then just slither on by. And last but not least, we are going to be putting some of this fake vine in here. Now, putting fake vine in here is just kind of like giving him a habitat. So I just kind of try to put it around where he sleeps the most, like that. It's just like a little bit of cover, makes him feel more natural. It's never gonna die, it's made out of plastic. And you have to take it out and clean every single leaf. When I clean the leaves, I have to open every single leaf and wipe it down because it gets a little bit of like bacteria or slime when the leaves close, when he crawls over it, or if he has some poopies on it or something. You have to soak this in water and then scrub it down. It lost a lot of leaves, as you can see, over the year. I have to probably get him a new one, but he's had this one the whole time, you know, so he really is kind of comfortable with that. So let's look from the front here. So you can see, like, he's got holes he can get through. He's not like too covered. He can crawl around. He can hide in this little cave. He can hide in that little cave. I'm gonna put the heater. I always put the heaters on this side, just like Jake's heater, and just like oh, you can see him. Look.
What are you doing down there? What are you doing down there? Moving somebody in.
So we put the heaters on this side, and then the cool side is always on the left. It's just how I do it. You can do it any way you want, but I like all the heat on one side. So if you do all of them on the right and you have a stack, do them all on the right. It's easier to get to. And then, like, you see the wires you can kind of bundle up and get them out of the way and put them on your timers and all your stuff in here. So it's not like wires on this side, wires on that side, wires are everywhere, you know? And always, always, always make sure they have water. Please don't be one of these people that say you spray water on the side of the container here and then the snake licks it off. I would love to do that to you. I want to put you in a closet, spray some water on the side of the container and watch you lick it off, you know? So we're gonna go down and get him right now, and then we're gonna put him in here. I just fed him a couple mice, so he should be nice, ready to go, ready to get in a little ball into his new house and fall asleep. Okay, so let's see how Jake, now he's warming up, he's getting a little more squirmy, you see? He's moving around a little better, now he's getting warmed up. Let's see how he likes his new tank. Get him in there, a little easy. We're just gonna set him down nicely. Don't just throw your snake in there. Let him go nicely at his own pace. His own little pace. He went straight to his water, so I'm gonna show you. Look, he's drinking water. You see, you got a little drink? All good? Did you get a little drink? Did you get a little drink, buddy? Good. Good guy. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy. There he is. There he is. He's gonna just crawl around a little bit, get acclimated. You know, he knows most of this stuff. Most of this stuff is always in his cage anyway, so he knows what he's doing. He's gonna crawl around. Oh, he already found his little house. I think he's trying to get into his little house to relax. And another reason that I put the cardboard on the ground is the glass is super cold. Super cold. I don't put a heating mat in. Oh, he's going in already. He's going in there already. See him going in? He loves that little house. That is his favorite thing. I could put all kind of stuff in there, and that is his thing. And I scrub it, and he knows. You know? So, he'll eventually get his whole self in there. But, as I was saying, put cardboard on the ground, just to keep the chill off the glass. We keep it at 85, or at 80 in here. So I have an air condition, it's at 78, so it'll go back up to like 83, and then it'll kick on and come down. It stays around 80 all the time. And it's, air condition has dehumidifying on it, so it doesn't get too sweaty or wet in here. It keeps it at about 60% humidity, and all the animals appreciate that. The corn snake and our buddy up there, see him peeking? So I am going to go ahead and put his top on. So there's the screen top right there. And then the last little thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put his light on this side, his regular light with a timer on it. And he does not need a UVB light. Snakes do not need a UVB light like that. That's a UVB light. Dragons need a UVB light. But snakes do not. Snakes need a regular light. You can use a light like this. And then the heat light. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna put a regular fish tank light on the side, on the top, and then on the side over here, we're gonna put a heat lamp, and then that's it. Oh, he's almost in there. It's been a stressful day. It's been a stressful day. All right, bud. Oh, he's out. He's on this side now. Oh, he's adventuring. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, clean cage, yay! So clean. Let's see. Is he peeking over here? Yeah, he's peeking. You see him? You see his face down there? See his face right there? He's checking it out. Okay, we're gonna put the lid on, put his heat lamp on, and then we're gonna leave him alone for 24 hours before we even mess with him at all and let him get acclimated. It's his normal cage, but every time you clean it, it's got different smells and stuff on it, All right. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, if you like just basic knowledge for snakes and, what to keep as a good pet, ball pythons are good, corn snakes are good, ball pythons are good. I would watch getting any kind of racers or rat snakes or that kind of stuff. It's too aggressive. Anything with fangs, I wouldn't mess with any of that. Nothing poisonous. Some states you can't even own certain pets. So make sure that you look up in your state what you're allowed to own, because here in New Jersey, you're not supposed to own turtles, and some pet shops still sell turtles, but it's against the law if you look it up to own turtles. So it's, it's a little weird, but you don't want to get in trouble for any of that. So if you like this kind of stuff, you like animals as much as we do, I just love rescuing animals. It's hard to get rid of them sometimes when you rescue them and you do so much for them. But I like to see them go to good homes. So give us a like and a subscribe. We're trying to get the channel to be monetized. We're very, very close to getting 1,000 subscribers. Our watch time has gone way up recently since we've been doing a lot of shorts recently. And I'm just loving it. I'm glad you guys are loving it. I'm glad people are commenting. It just makes me really happy.